Okay, let's see if I can get everything sorted. Sorry about the delay. Person canvas, we do that, and we go over here. So I can do that thing. So that. Mm. Mm. Update for spell and another post for close. Okay. Let's see. Hello. Who's there? Who's sneaking around? Reveal yourself to me. Okay. Oh. Yes. And tiny. Go. I believe. Oh yeah. Oh wait, no, that's. Seven. Hey. Hello. Who is that? Who is hiding from me? Reveal yourself unto me. Mm. Hey, Alan. Mm. Oh wait, I need to do the category. Major. The action. Um, um, uh, mm, hmm. Okay. Mm, hmm. So ultimately, that's going to depend a little because it depends on what exactly your goal is. If you mean just like turning out new people, like new forces that can just like start taking actions on your behalf, that would be like a season at most. I believe right now it is. Hmm. I think it should be about spring now, shouldn't it? I need to go back and find the last time I mentioned the season. Hmm. Um, Winter 12. The thing 191. So 191.5 was Winter 12. Oh, that's where it got lost. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so we have 191.5 is Winter 12. That is plus 11 11 weeks. That is, it should be about Winter 11 right now, I think. Oh no, I do 12 things, right? So it should be Summer 12. Say Spring 12 right now. So, or Spring 11. So probably early fall is when you'll get your first recruits from the academies. Um, um, yep, but like again, it depends on the task, right? As I understand it, your academies have so far been a hunting academy who could do like scouting slash hunting tasks. You have your puppet academy who are going to create new puppets for you. And then you are currently planning to do like a sales academy, which is kind of weird because that's kind of what the whole clan does right now. Or do you mean more like a merchant academy where your goal is to like find people to like train people to market your stuff? Ah. So yeah, the Culinary Academy, yeah. Really, it's more because puppetry is a very specific art. Um, there are people who do like, oh, puppet spy group, yeah. But yeah, it's mostly because like there are people who do animated statues and stuff like that, but those are independent. The big thing about the about like other people making puppets is that puppets are like balanced between independent and control. They take commands and they operate independently. The normal statues usually don't like have a either are entirely independent and wild, or they are only following very, very limited instructions. There's no balance in the same way the puppets do. Yeah. Okay. Establishing something like this was um, hmm, hmm, hmm. Be aware, and I'm letting you know this because Sukachi would. Opening up the studies of the clan arts in any respect to outsiders who don't marry in will be a significant, like, challenge when it comes to managing the clan. Right? Sure, giving them the stuff that you make and that sort of thing is fine. But like actually teaching people how to make stuff or use the Kosuми clan arts in any respect is going to see a lot of pushback. Yeah. So you have to remember that the Karasumi approach to enchanting isn't literally just write shit down and do stuff. It is an actual refined art that's gone through like 300 years of revision. Um, it's why I kind of push for the group project thing, and it's also why I'm like kind of thinking about reworking creation rules to try and try to make things a little more difficult. Oh, you mean like the... Yes, the other things... I mean, that's more of a mixed thing. The cooking is going to be harder because you've officially turned that into a clan art under Ryomaru. So now, yeah, the magic cooking is the harder one. Is the one that's probably going to be a bit of an annoyance because you officially made that a clan art under Ryomaru. So unless you are suggesting that Ryomaru finds and adopts in people to like carry on his lineage, you trying to advocate teaching the magic cooking, which is still very much based in enchanting. It is enchanting as applied to cooking. That stuff will be seen as not only screwing around with like teaching outsiders Karasumi enchanting, it would also be undermining the guy you put into the position of being a lineage head. So I think you can guess why that would be kind of weird. Um, yeah. Yeah. Um, uh, yeah, you're not getting any free actions next turn. It's gonna be busy. During the cleanup. After the... yeah, that you will... You mean vassals? Depends. If you're doing it with the intention of them being adopted or married in, then maybe. Okay, so there's a difference between a vassal and so there's difference between allies, vassals. So that'll be a vassal clan. Right? Okay, so actually technically it's not even that. So there are multiple layers to this. You have the Tsubasa, who are an allied clan. Technically it's kind of like you're joined because you married Takami and you're very and you're working together very closely. But while you have some strong bonds, technically your lineages are still very separate, and they will be for a long time as things evolve. Then you have vassals, which are going to be like the wielders that I have the names for somewhere. Oh, we had the names there somewhere. Point is, they are vassals, which means that you have, the clan kind of expects them to be subordinate, as in serving some purpose for the Karasumi, and in return you reward them with, like, in the case of that like wielding clan, it would be what's it called? It would be like you giving them artifacts and stuff to use. Then you have you also have the you have friends, which are like the Kumachi, where you have some personal relationship with them, but you don't really have, and you can call upon them in times of, so you can reach out to them for aid, and that does kind of raise their benefit, but you don't have any formal alliance with them. Then you and the what's the face, the Kiriko. The Kiriko are kind of in that. You have some vague alliances, say some vague treaties, say agreements with them, but not a formal alliance. But at the same time, your younger brother is all making inroads with them, so there's going to be some weirdness going on there. It's not exactly a clear-cut distinction. The puppet users, I'm assuming you're differentiating them from the people who are using the other artifacts from that other clan that's wandering around. The Sila, yeah. So I'm assuming that you mean that the spy group is separate from the Sila. are you only going to be hiring Karasumi for that, or are you making that? Are you bringing people in? Because that would make your spy group closer to a vassal group, or just like a Karasumi-led private enterprise. So it could just be like, oh, this is technically what's her face's personal project, and it would just be seen as that rather than as thing. Keita. It would be seen as Keita's personal project to a certain extent. Unless you're formalizing it as a clan thing, which is yada yada yada. So are you formalizing that as like a clan structure, or is that just an organization that Keita leads? Because if it's just an organization Keita leads, that's basically being treated as, oh, this is Keita's pet project, and it's just Keita's pet project, and things go from there. Depends on how you progress it, I guess. It would be the equivalent of like, so let's put it this way. There are a bunch of people in the clan who like, what's his name? I know we had his name a little while ago. One of your, give me a second. No, it's in the, here. So, Harako. So, you know how Harako's family, manages a bunch of the peasants who live in the Sumi Valley, and like manages their lands and like leads them and does all that other stuff for them. The framework that the current like puppet controllers under Keita matches best is that. So like it's not even to the level of a vassal clan. It's closer to like tenant farmer level, because it's a group of people that you have. It's closer to like a permanent retainer of mercenaries from the perspective of the clan in general. Unless you're saying, no, this is now Keita's Keita's art. She is bringing in people from the Karasumi clan, marrying in other talents from outside the Karasumi clan, in order to create a lineage of people who specifically learn how to manipulate Karasumi puppets for the purposes of spying and other uses like combat or whatever, right? So in that case, you might get them developing like Karasumi style performance art built on these puppets. Which, to be fair, Keita is already doing that. But like officially recognizing it as this is a like a lineage, yada 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 yada. That's separate. You make note of the sheer amount of magic that has permeated. Sort of. Um. Uh, Assuming you push it that way. So there are multiple ways for it to evolve. There is, these guys are equivalent to the farmers that you have, which is just like a bunch of people who are sheltering under the Karasumi in return for doing you a service. That is the lowest level that they can stay at. Next level up would be something like Keita's private, let's say, personal project that she might pass on to her kids someday or to a successor, where this is not just people who are delivering some service that the clan manages through whatever, yada yada yada. It would be, no, this is Keita's thing. She is managing a basically a puppetry spy network for the clan. This will be passed on, and this is seen as private property of Keita, which does have slightly more respect than just what do you call it? Random people working for the clan. Next up is subordinate clan, right? Or like a vassal clan. This would put them in the same league as the Sila, who are a clan that has come sought protection under the Karasumi. They have their own internal structure, but they are like protected by and therefore subordinate to the Karasumi clan. And then the next up is like having Ryomaru's lineage, which is, okay, we have decided that this is an art worth preserving, worth cultivating. So we're going to actively put resources into creating dedicated spaces for the training and preservation of this art, and we are going to ensure that it gets passed along under a succession of apprentices under whoever you decide is the founder of this lineage, which is Ryomaru in that thing. That's the kind that, like, obviously this is not going to get up to the level of the Tsubasa, but that's kind of how it can go. It probably won't even get up to the level of like the Kumachi. Nobody but you does corpse puppetry. There's the taxidermy stuff, but that is like literally just like fake resurrecting things. But you can indeed teach corpse puppetry. Finding people who'd want to learn is another thing, but yes. Um, mm, I mean, part of the reason you were under such a significant secure information advantage is you weren't willing to take risks with Kata. You can train up another one. You still have Ikabe. Um, 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 mm, 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 the mm, mm, um, the the storm, the battles. Um, mm, mm, uh, mm, uh, um, yes, in the sense that it is derived from it, and Kumoki. is already picking up on it. No. It's yeah. There has been. Wait. The reward. Now. Area. Valley. How about you? Begin. The unfold. Not entirely the time that you are able to Sagachi is kind of seen as sort of like a mad genius sort of type, like someone who's taken on too much and is kind of like obviously very intelligent. But there are a lot of people who are regretting pushing Tsukachi to the headship position so young, even if it made sense at the time. There are a lot of elders who are kind of regretting it. You are like 18 right now? Thereabouts? Like 18 or 19? Yeah. You have to remember, Tsukachi is proving himself to be, like, an incredibly skilled and powerful mage. At the same time, he's also making huge changes and delving into arts that make a lot of people uncomfortable. Right? What with the whole, like, messing around with creating magical plants and animals, and we're messing around with corpses and yada 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 yada. So, also bringing in the Tsubasa and pissing off the Forest King. There are definitely people in the clan who, while they might not voice it, would definitely lay at least a part of the blame for the latest war with Tsukachi, because he offered to move the Tsubasa in to the Sumi Valley. Honestly, before the whole revealing himself as becoming the Forest King, like a lot of the older people remember the Forest King before he was the Forest King. There are a lot of people who still remember the Forest Lord, who was in their mind one of the better major nations, because like there's a reason why the Forest King was the first major nation you stopped at when your father was showing you off to the nearby rulers, right? Because for a long time, the Forest King was like one of your major customers. Well, back when he was the Forest Lord. Uh, 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 he did. Uh, 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 so his plan was to basically use so take the current situation with the foreigners, right? He would have had the Tsubasa playing a lot of the same role that the Zillions are currently doing, in that he would be having the Tsubasa providing the foundational um, magical education for his mage corps, right? In order to create a proper magic wielding component for his armed forces. Basically creating a bunch of state sponsored mages. It probably wouldn't have gone to war this early. Part of the reason things got as bad as they did was because of the foreigners sort of egging things along, in that they definitely saw that in their opinion, what they saw of the old empire is that it was ripe for the taking, and if they could leverage things right, they could definitely get a lot from the old empire. In hindsight, they've definitely bitten off. Like, this is a lot more risky than they thought it would be, but they were definitely the ones pushing for oh, sure, we'll be able to handle this kind of thing. He wouldn't be asking them to share their arts. That's the thing. He would be trying to get the Tsubasa to share foundational magical knowledge. Things like, so basically, he says, to his mind, it is, hey, the Tsubasa, basically every Tsubasa is a mage. Therefore, they must have some way of teaching people how to become mages. They must know how to teach magic. Every other mage that I can gain access to is basically self-taught. But the Tsubasa obviously have a system. I don't care if they teach me the run fast shit, right? I understand that, and I still have access to that. You can keep that. As long as you keep working for me, right? You can keep that. You just need to help me get everybody else to, like, some basic competency in magic so that they can start, like, teaching other people about the magic shit that they found. Like, him hunting for the girl that was mentioned in his interlude, that was already happening, right? She predates. So no, she is. See, part of the reason he felt confident as in revealing himself as the Forest King was because he found her. So the idea would be, okay, we have the Tsubasa. Tsubasa teach us magic fundamentals. We have this kid who's going to learn the magic fundamentals and, like, create a unified magical art for me to teach my soldiers. And then I'm going to create, like, basically magical special forces in order to create a magical army that I would be able to use come the next war, or if I get if I have some excuse to, like, start a war myself. Now, in this case, he used the excuse. So he officially declared war very recently, but that was kind of against the Hyssop Islands and that sort of thing. But and also because the foreigners did the giant storm from inside the Forest Kingdom out against everybody else. That was its own separate thing. But he was always going to look for a reason to get into war, but ideally after he had a solid core of, like, mages. So most likely it would have been in the year 340. So you probably would have had, like, another 2-ish years before the war happened, if you hadn't brought the Tsubasa in. Because you have to remember, the other thing that you did with, like, bringing the Tsubasa in was you went and showed off to everyone, hey, we have flying ships now. And that set another timer on everything, right? Because, like, oh, the Karasumi have flying ships, and they make shit for people who pay them enough. There is a good chance that, like, especially the ship people, the Horse Country and Sea Kingdom, who, reminder, because they took over the Hyssop Islands, the Forest King is already upset about, we'll probably get access to flying ships soon. And that's a pretty significant advantage. So that's another thing that kind of pushed the war earlier. Yeah. But yeah, the whole war was kind of honestly, with the way, so since this is not actually going to happen anyways, there is actually a good chance that what would have happened instead is that, like, if you hadn't married Takami, is that the Tsubasa would have become sort of the first among equals in a new mage prioritized magical magically focused Forest Kingdom. And then when the foreigners attacked, it would have been the Forest King as one of your closest allies in fighting off the Zillions. That is not an impossible thing that could have come out of this. So it could have been that, oh, okay, the Forest King, as he's developing his magic, plus the Zillions who are pissed off by, who have discovered that Sea Kingdom is starting to fight back against their boats. They would have committed more towards a campaign to deal with the threat. They would have discovered that, oh, the Empress is dead. The old empire is weak, but we kind of missed that for a while, and they're starting to get strong again. We need to attack now. So that definitely could have been a possibility. Like, we already saw the starts of that with the Blood Mage, right? So there is a non-zero chance that this would have been you and the Forest Kingdom plus Sea Country on the front lines against Zeal. That is not like, that is a fairly likely possibility for what could have happened. Uh, uh, Forest Kingdom's getting hit with it a lot. So is the Hyssop Islands. So is a lot of the Emerald Ranges. So remember, the actual source of everything is fairly deep in Forest Country, somewhere around here-ish, right? This is where the actual storm is coming from. They are sending it this way, which means a lot of this shit is being covered by storms. There's all of this shit that's also being covered by storms. So a lot of the continent west of the the Karasumi clan compound, actually west of the Mortal Courts, really, because like Tetsuchi Machi and like where the Shrine to Vatan is here. So that's kind of starting to edge things off over there. But there is a lot of stuff here that's still getting affected. The natural magic increase. Oh, you mean the, like, your kids are generally being better mages than you are? No, that's everywhere. Well, everywhere in the old empire. So the Komachi have definitely noticed that. What's his face? Guy in the mountains. Phoenix Kid. Puma. Kind of. So the magic beasts and plants and stuff are in part due to the storm. The storm, also all of the potions that are getting washed everywhere, the stuff that's being put into the water, all of that stuff, that's mostly in the war-torn area. Some of it is going to escape into Mill Country because you gave them the potatoes. Um, the Hyssop Islands are definitely getting a lot of that. It's not as bad as it is in the Kadasumi clan. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's coming out of the capital wastes now, so that's also a thing. But there's stuff all along the borders of things escaping the capital wastes now, and there's stuff basically wherever the war is. Uh, Honestly, the part that's seeing the least effect is like in the Reed cities and uh Eastern Sea country. Sky Kingdom has been seeing stuff from the oceans, mainly because they've gone looking for it. But yeah. Hirokumo. I mean, it'll get auto repaired by the clan, but not, but in a, not in something of a time frame. Probably will only get finished by like spring, say, summer 6. So yeah, definitely a few weeks. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Oh gods. Oh gods. Okay. No worries, no worries. I did intend for the stream to go a little bit longer than usual, so that's not a big deal. But yeah, feel free to ask any and all questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. Um. Uh. Mm, mm, yeah. Uh. Uh. Mm, 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 what the home these Paris must be like if This is the sort of yes. That the on the world. Mm, 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 uh, 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 mm, 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 uh, mm, 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 uh, um, um, mm, 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 Uh, 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 but it is also, but as the um, Um. Um. Uh. 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 Um. As the wolf. This more thick. You simply cannot leave. The creatures that spawn. Um, the equivalent of headphones, knowledge of hyperspace is sufficient to theorize about black boxes and super but does not even have a design for simple structure. Yes, we will begin to cause problems of the evolving future. Mm. Mm. Um. Um. Mm. 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 Uh. 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 Um. 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 Well, you're doing prepared. Free action. It is sending out the what do you call it? Fish population letters, which I think you kind of already did a little while ago, but you didn't like. I think you did it with a couple of places, but. Yeah, you didn't buy any fish. But you're also still currently in a massive storm that will wash away any fish you introduce right now. I mean, you haven't specified any money. I guess we can do this as you're getting official costs for how much it would cost to rebuild the fish diversity. There is an absolutely like legendary storm pouring down on your head right now. Yeah, but you have to remember that all of the water that is falling in this like entire area is flowing through the Sumi River and out through the Emerald River, right? All of the water that's coming here is going into the river and flowing really quickly downstream, because that's how water works. Not sure what you mean by that. I mean, you can set up breeding ponds to like do fish stocking. Maybe like do a deal with the painting elder so that you can hide some fish inside a painting. So that will have some weird effects on fish if you like let them breed inside the painting. So that could also be interesting. Painting fish. Yeah. But those are mostly ornamental. Like, there are some that are like natural ponds and stuff, but maybe. I do a lot of things. You authorize to extra to set up some facility for um to prepare to manage that will be maybe some squid so you can get like some painting ink. Uh, 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 perhaps. Some of them will, but that'll be done in like a couple weeks or so. The manager to set up some facilities for to manage group that will continually survey. Even around the Sunni Valley. Finding the right people. Yeah, you definitely could. Find the right people to man that will take. But with it is something that needs to be done. With the with what looks like a break in the war. You take advantage of the breathing space and reach out to your varied reading about building up breeding populations of various fish. Assuming that you the main challenge remains in not yet. They're expected to start being born in a little while. The ones that haven't been washed out to sea yet. The main challenge remains in that you need quite the population. Making progress? Oh, that is possible. Rebuild from all the damage, especially if you received stock it with enough non-magical fish to avoid possible complications. Ah. Depends. I mean, technically, you have so you have a mutant starfish that is trapped inside like secret, like fake caves. I guess it's up to you. I mean, if you intend to let them out eventually, it should be fine. Yeah. I guess it depends on how long they're gonna be stuck there. I mean, there are ways to get out of a painting. Question is, would any of these guys know it? There is, like, these guys are the ones that are most experienced with, like, magic bullshit. Void magical. That will... So, like this? Were you happy that the internet bullied Sony into fixing weird Sonic? Anyways. That will not be. Your various contacts are also seeing damage from the storms have. Can you say how's the storms? While they have been. So while they have they may not be entirely. So while they may not be unleashing their full force on the other, elsewhere. You're still causing problems and limiting fishing. Any fish you take on will need to be replaced other to be quite. That's enough. Yeah, so that is going to be quite expensive. Even if you are willing, so even if you do make use of your own vessels to transport the fish. But you also have options. Some cases might simply be simply establishing base population. Some of the more staple fish in your diet can be done with as little uh, you check the clan well. To a large amount of so we're done with merely mundane uh uh um quite lot but through your but if you are willing but there are those will be willing breeding population, at least the most commonly consumed species. 200 significant. Establishing something akin to what previously existed. With reasonable, so with reasonable diversity, fish, including some local delicacies, is a tougher task, requiring people to hunt down fish that are not there, usual. will record. Assuming that you are willing to invest in breeder ponds and other previous that's not too bad. And other efforts to carefully cultivate populations, reintroduce. Actually, 200 is a bit high. I'll set this to 50. 150. Reintroduce into your. You can. Hey, Zonarix. You can. So you will need to bring in esoteric. Say bring in some of your old deals. And arrange for new trade convoys. To not only bring in replacement food stuffs, but also hunt down the other populations of such rare species. 30 so not 30, 45. Nature. Hunting. Actually, no, it wouldn't be 45. It would be 30 here. So it would be. No, it would be 45. Hunting down. Yay! Hunting down enough examples of those species, while also clearing out the magical fish, magical life that has no doubt taken root within the Sumi River will be might end up being river would be an immense undertaking, enough that it would impact your clan's wealth. To a major to effect repairs on a more immediate timescale and avoid disruption to your fishing industry. Too exorbitant. and 12 plus 15 plus 30 plus 20 major. This sorry, hold on. This is the money that the clan has. Oh wait, you need to get paid. I forgot about that. You've got like a bunch of weeks of money to get paid. Okay, let me do that very quickly. Oh. Big bills. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to go calculate how much money you have. Okay, so let's see. So we need to do so we need to do a total of a total of 10 weeks of payment. 3 weeks of updated inevitables. 1 season change. 2 months. So first is 7 significant, 12 old inevitables. Actually, okay. Sorry for the flashbang there. Okay, so we're doing Sig Mat X. So we have oh, that's why I did that. Okay, so yeah. That's 3 significant wealth. So then resources go to inevitables, 1 significant 12 weeks. So farmland is 3 Then it's 5. Then is 6. 2. Fisheries are severely damaged, so I'm knocking that down to 1. Let's say to 2. Trade deals. It's also 1. Somewhere. Hasn't triggered. So it has been oh no, it's only 1 month change. Huh? Oh no, it is 2 months change. So its major is trip twice. Yeah, trip twice. So it is 10 significant wealth. Contracts is 10 major wealth. Okay, and I need to roll. Ten turns. I need to do 10 rolls of 1,000. 1, 2, 3. Huh? Oh wait, yeah, that's right. No triggers at all, so it's just 30 significant, say 30 major, no, 30 significant wealth. Oh wait, no, those are all significant wealth. Yeah, right down to the 10. Okay, so no, that's major. Trade deals, forests, fisheries which got demoted. That is 3 major wealth, 5 significant wealth, 6 significant wealth, 2, 1. None of that, all of that. That's where that came from. Okay. Double checking. Anything ending with a 0? No. Okay. Architectural collaborations. We're down that to 8 on account of the war. And 1. That's already counted in. Some of all of that. 60. 4 is 28. Yep. There we go. We will see if such a thing can be within, sorry, counting a while. Oh wait, I need to switch the thingamajig. Oh wait, no, we're running out of time. I'll do a little bit of writing at least. Do such thing. Unfortunately, I will be needed for. We will consider some. Unfortunately, the war has altered our timeline surrounding a number, and we are still working on establishing priorities. The room. Has been what was VMX? Vandenberg Mechanized Industry. You're releasing and you're what would the term for these you say that you are willing to so you're so you yes you will be placing you will be making you will be how to describe the cost must be times are in-house provisions of public domain. Updated, make to optimize to work within work with the various tools. We will be including these. Or come under. With they are not intended to be particularly divisive. Definitely not to the same. These are with fair minimal changes and largely within almost Minimal changes and low. Overall, development times and cost. Plans are relatively created with the intention of development times are relative intention of largely limiting our own our hope to be able of say with some minor optimization to book various systems that we will be that create to invest in the future of these rocket. These designs these will not be the most advanced design but they should be quite effective at reaching the Uh, okay, we're wrapping up for today. Bye.